This video is about how to use this Tamron SP 90mm f2.8 macro VC USD lens for macro videography on Sony cameras, and this is the Sony A7 Mark III model. The lens is mounted on this Sony camera with the Metabones adapter, and then this exercise is about how to use videography. So the challenge here is that when you change your camera into movie mode, unfortunately this lens autofocus is pretty unusable. So this lens definitely doesn't work in autofocus, on at least not on Sony cameras. So what are the possibilities is then with this camera? That is, you cannot expect a continuous autofocus from this lens. So therefore the only possible way is the old traditional way of recording video, is just change to, say, a photography mode, and then in photography mode you have the option to use single shot AF, and then use single shot AF to set the focus before start recording. So on a Sony camera I simply click there, and then as you can see the lens and the camera focuses excellently, and then the next step is just press record on the camera and you record some seconds or some minutes of shot without changing the focus. This is one of the typical situation how to record video. Then when you want to change to another, when you want to change the focus, just click another position, focus, and then start recording. That's the way it is possible. You cannot record, you cannot change, unfortunately, the focus in the video because it simply doesn't work the way as you expected. So yes, it will not work. However, when you stop recording and you click here, and in AFS mode, and actually even in AFC mode, the lens focuses excellently. Let me show you. Let me just change over to AFC. This is AFC. Yeah, even in AFC and then I start recording. Yes, the recording stays on that location, and then you stop, change focus, set focus, start recording. This is absolutely not an uncommon way of recording in all videography courses. At least this is the traditional school. This is a very typical scenario that focus, record or roll, stop, refocus, roll, stop. This is the way typically movies are done. Of course, if you are experienced in manual focusing, this lens has a fantastic manual focus functionality, and it also has a virtual AF MF switch on the side. It works excellently, so you can change to manual focus. And also one thing that let me just explain is that this lens has fantastic built-in vibration control, that is in lens image optical image stabilization, and it works excellently handheld with cameras, including this Sony camera. Of course, this Sony camera has IBIS, but this possibility works also quite decently with any other non-image stabilized cameras too. So that keep in mind. So this is the typical way. So on this lens, that's the only possibility. I don't have experience how this lens behaves on native Canon EF cameras, maybe in a similar way or maybe a much more sophisticated way, but definitely this is the possibility here on this lens. I love this lens to use for autofocus. For photography it works brilliantly, so that's not really an issue at all.